Tank is done. Tank is hung him up. Shoes off. Get the bag. Put a plaque up. He done. Tank is done.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solo, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
The boxing world is asking just one question. Has the clock run out for Gervonta "Tank" Davis? Fighter once seen as the face of boxing, the successor to Floyd Mayweather's throne, the knockout king who filled arenas and sold out pay-per-views. Now it feels like he's completely fallen out of love with the sport that turned him into a superstar, from shocking court cases to avoiding real challenges to his sluggish showing against Lamont Roach that left fans questioning everything we may be watching the end of an era right before our eyes.
Looking like this for y'all. Cause y'all thinking ain't no love over here. We'll put the quiet on here.
How did y'all meet? Hold on.
Okay.
I want to say something too.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they want me and this, dude
Let's get this clear.
To be in beef. They want us to be, you know what I'm saying, going at it on Twitter because we young, you know what I'm saying. We flashy, light-skinned dudes, you know what I'm saying. We getting a lot of money and we doing some big things. And it's only, the sky's the limit for both of us, all 3 of us, for real. So, you know, they want us to be, but you know what I'm saying. We gonna keep on winning, keep on getting money, and keep doing what we supposed to.
And ain't no way that's gonna happen with an OG in this corner and I'm OG in this corner here. And never in the future. It ain't gonna never happen. It's business.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
How did y'all meet?
Got some greatness around here.
How did y'all meet?
Devin was fired. How old you was?
Young, yeah.
But I already knew about Devin a long time ago because he was in the amateur. You know what I mean? Beating everybody up and shit like that. Now he turned pro.
If y'all played it right, it's a 9-figure fight, though. Y'all play this shit right.
Here you go. Here you
I'm
go.
being 100. 100 with y'all. I want y'all to make money.
Say
Say it again.
It's about to get messy. Let's jump into it. For years, Gervonta Davis built a reputation as boxing's ultimate knockout artist, a man who could flatten anyone from 130 to 135. Every punch felt like a statement. Every fight felt like an event. Fans compared him to Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather called him the face of boxing, and Tank embraced the role of being the most feared lightweight in the game.
But I must say this, the most exciting fighter that's acting and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta "Tank" Davis. When Gervonta "Tank" Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn. You couldn't go get no soda. You couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss nothing.
But recently, that aura has disappeared. That energy, that hunger, that killer instinct, it just isn't there anymore.
Law, the right decision was made. It's just that it's a damn shame that he gets to lean on the letter of the law, and the state of Nevada and the parole committee had to lean on the letter of the law because he's somebody that I believe doesn't only deserve to be in jail, he deserved to be under the jail.
Instead of headlines about his next mega fight, the headlines now talk about another case, another court date, another reason why fans feel boxing is no longer his priority. Let's address the elephant in the room. Just when Tank should have been locked in on his career, he got entangled in yet another domestic violence case.
Welcome back. Champion boxer Gervonta "Tank" Davis out of jail tonight. The famous South Florida fighter bonded out less than an hour ago.
Now he's accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend in front of their children. CBS News Miami's Trish Christakis is live at the jail in West Miami-Dade with details on the allegations against.
Reports appeared about a disturbing incident that shook his fan base and fueled the narrative that Tank can't keep his life outside the ring under control. And this wasn't the first time. His past is filled with charges and arrests, from public altercations to hit and run cases. Every time it seems like he's shrugging it off and returning to boxing, as if nothing happened. But this latest one hit differently. Fans and analysts are starting to say enough is enough. You can't keep expecting the world to crown you as boxing's best when you're spending more time in courtrooms than in training camps.
Yeah, man, I just want to say to let the people know that this judge is crazy, bro. This judge is, she locked me up because basically I bought a property. I did everything in my power to listen to my lawyers.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
To the home detention people. I listened to everybody to the T. She's mad that I bought a property. That's why I'm sitting in jail. She said that I shouldn't have. She wanted me to be in an apartment, a one-bed apartment. You know what I mean? And I couldn't even, you know what I mean, take that. You know what I mean? She wanted me to stay in a one-bed apartment. I couldn't have my kids and nothing come with me and things like that. I just want to spread light on this situation because as though she's taking advantage of me. She could.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
And she's doing stuff that's not right to me. I feel as though I don't know if she's a bad judge or not, but the thing that she's doing right now is not right. You know what I mean? I feel as though I need to shed light on this situation.
Then came the Lamont Roach fight. This was supposed to be Tank's big statement. Return. He was expected to steamroll Roach, silence critics, and remind the world why he's still elite. Instead, we got the complete opposite. For the first time, Tank looked human, slow, tired, and uninterested. Roach, the underdog, came in sharp and made Tank look ordinary. Fans couldn't believe their eyes when Tank was forced to take a knee, a moment that instantly went viral. That wasn't the Tank we knew, the knockout artist, the boogeyman of the division. That was a broken fighter.
Describe what the feeling was like in the ring, and was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning, and like you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than But I didn't really know that you can get disqualified for all that, or when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
Fight ended in a majority draw, but let's be honest, it felt like a loss. Roach walked away with his stock rising, and Tank walked away looking exposed. Suddenly, the pound for pound conversations no longer included his name. Suddenly, fans weren't demanding Tank versus Shakur or Tank versus Haney. They were demanding accountability.
This is my opinion. Sure. It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses the decision, or I think the draw was meant to be. So I like the draw. No, if you take the knee, man, if you take the knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking the point off. That's the bottom line. You're taking the point off. I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. The referee with the eyes, he's like, a point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not, look, did Gervonta get hit? Was he dazed? Who knows? Only he knows. But what I saw, when you take a knee, that's an automatic point. That's just the rule. This is not basketball. This is not, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, I mean, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what New York is gonna settle on, but the rules are the rules.
What made it worse? Instead of calling for a rematch with Roach to prove the draw was a fluke, Tank has been avoiding the idea completely. He doesn't want that smoke. He knows another fight with Roach could end even worse and his legacy would take a permanent hit. And that's when fans really started to realize Tank isn't interested in proving himself anymore. He isn't chasing greatness. He's chasing paydays.
Well, first off, the rematch, yes, it don't look like it's happening. That's just to, put it out there and be transparent with everyone, because that's the only question I get 10 times a day, maybe even more. So, that's what it is, and that's what it's looking like. Again, we still haven't heard from his camp, like specifically when it comes to the business. So, it is what it is. As far as my future, man, we moving on. We can't just sit around and drag our feet. But there has been some recent news that, his charges got dismissed in Florida.
Well, that's good news. But does that open up the possibility for talks to reopen, Champ, or are you gonna move on for the time being and maybe revisit this later? What's the general feeling with you and your camp?
I mean, like I said, we're not going to sit and wait. I think their best bet is to, try to structure something. If not, we're going to move forward. We don't have time to be, it's not like we're the cash cow, you know what I'm saying?
But do you think he even wants to fight you?
Which brings us to the most frustrating part of this whole story. Tank is chasing Jake Paul, a YouTuber, a man who has built his career off fighting former MMA ST.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
Now, don't get me wrong, Jake Paul knows how to sell a fight. He brings numbers, but for a fighter like Gervonta Davis, for a man who was supposed to be the face of boxing, this matchup is embarrassing.
And say you got your eye on Tank. What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fighting?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it. So if he won't call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it.
See it for what it is, a money grab. Tank knows Jake brings a huge paycheck and a massive spotlight. But in terms of legacy, in terms of competition, it's worthless. It's the kind of move you make when you're done with boxing as a sport and only care about boxing as a business. And that's exactly what it feels like with Tank right now.
I want to talk about, just because I'm curious. So you see a lot of athletes announce retirement and then come back, or announce retirement and then don't retire. How realistic is this?
It's real.
Has it changed? Have you have you had any times like, maybe I was tripping a bit?
Yeah, I do be having those thoughts.
Yeah.
But it's also too, I want to get myself together though.
Which is much more important.
Yeah, I really want to get myself together, like not retire, but take a break, But the only thing is, well, I ain't gonna lie. I had already made a promise. To Al, like, we out of it type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I could stick around and I will help people and guide people, but as far as like me competing, I don't really want to do it. It's like other stuff I need to work on, Like being more there for my kids, going to school, just building myself up as a person,
yeah.
You know what I mean? As a great human being. That's what I'm focused on.
But here's the thing, it might not even be about Jake Paul, because before the Roach fight, Tank was already teasing retirement, dropping hints, posting cryptic messages, and straight up saying He didn't know how much longer he wanted to do this. Think about that for a second. A fighter at his peak, still undefeated at the time, still one of the biggest names in boxing, already talking about being done. That's not normal. That's a fighter who mentally checked out long before he ever stepped in the ring with Lamont Roach.
I ain't really trying to be in this too much longer. That's the answer right there for you.
How old are you now? 28?
28.
Yeah. How much longer are you expecting to do it?
Once I get them guys out of there, I'm gone.
Is that right? Let's say like 30-ish, something like that? Why do you want to get out so soon?
I want to just help people that's coming behind me. I feel as though that's more important. Future.
Is that why you got Lamont Peterson and Anthony on this card?
They was before me, but they're trying to do my good deeds. I feel as though it's something that is installed in me. There's loyalty. I feel as though that's something that people are missing out here. I feel as though if you're in a position to help somebody, help them for the right.
And after that draw, after the backlash, after the humiliation of looking human, in front of the entire world, retirement suddenly feels much closer than people thought. Even fellow fighters are calling him out. Clarissa Shields, one of the greatest female boxers on the planet and a close friend of Tank, said plainly, he needs therapy, not training, not a new fight, not another tune-up. Therapy that tells you everything you need to know. The people closest to him see the signs that this isn't just about boxing anymore.
Retire.
What changed? What made you? It's trash, garbage.
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
I'm out of it.
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything?
Fed up with the
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby usually they're around to?
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like say you got to walk today.
It's about Gervonta Davis, the person, the mental health struggles, the lack of focus, the anger spilling into his personal life. It's all catching up to him. And honestly, maybe she's right. Maybe Tank needs time away from the ring, time to work on himself, because the version of him we're seeing now doesn't look like a champion. It looks like someone who doesn't even want to be there anymore. And that's the saddest part of this entire story. Tank Davis should have been remembered as one of the greatest lightweights ever.
We can debate the top fighter in the world pound for pound. We can do that. What we cannot do is debate who's the most exciting fighter, who's the biggest box office attraction in boxing. That would happen to be Gervonta Davis. We just gotta accept it. I think that Frank Martin is a talented fighter. He'll make some things happen down the line in the future, but we'll never look at him the same after that destruction. Not to say that we won't respect him, but we'll never look at him the same because he got destroyed by Gervonta Davis. And that's no shame, that's no slouch, but damn, still in all, you get destroyed, you get destroyed. Gervonta Davis is the #1 box office attraction. Who I want to see him against next is Shakur Stevenson. I don't want to see him against Devin Haney because Devin Haney has proven to me that he's not a good punch taker. I want to see Gervonta Davis in the ring with somebody perceived as having enough power to put him on the canvas too. That's what I want to see.
A man who dominated multiple divisions, built a legacy and carried boxing into the next generation. Instead, he might be remembered as the man who wasted it. Well, the man who couldn't keep his life together outside the ring. The man who avoided real challenges inside the ring. The man who cared more about Instagram likes and quick paychecks than putting his name in the history books. We've seen it before. fighters with all the talent in the world who couldn't escape their demons. And right now, Tank looks like he's next on that list.
And we go again. That's why I don't do interviews anymore, because they always take my word and misconstrue it. You know what I'm saying? When we was talking about individuals, we wasn't talking about nobody specific, and we wasn't talking about Tank. Tank's my baby. Tank, Kenny said, out of 100, 2 of them love you. That's one of them that do love you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing I don't want. He's a grown man, and he have the right to make the grown man decisions that he want. So let's get that. Put that up. Everybody's snatching something and don't even have a clue. And that's what I was saying about social media. You know what I'm saying? If you don't hear a person say it out their mouth, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. I love all my fighters, but I'm just trying to tell them that I'm not getting younger. I'm getting older. I'm getting to a point in my life that it's just getting on my nerves that they don't appreciate the work that we are putting in. Appreciate. Show up for the coach. Be on time. That is stuff I'm talking about.
Stop this narrative about Tank not paying their account. Each and every time I worked that corner with Tank, Tank took care of me. And he's going to continue to take care of me. Tank is family for life.
Yeah.
And it wasn't you that started the South Bar. They started a couple years ago with the Vegas Rack. But in Baltimore, we don't count other men's pockets. Mm-hmm. I don't give he's a billionaire. I'm not counting his pockets.
So, is it over for Gervonta Davis? Is this really goodbye forever? Right now, it definitely feels like it. Between the court cases, the lack of passion, the draw with Lamont Roach, the dodged rematch, the Jake Paul circus, and the whispers of retirement, it doesn't look like Tank has much left in the tank.
Skill for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Like, nobody. I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like if I'm on my game, I take that. Probably hand in hand. But skill wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. No.
All right, everyone. Stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Knockout today and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.